Well, good morning. Today is Monday, September 25th. It's time for our weekly meeting highlights. If you're new to my channel, I do the highlights on Mondays. And if you only tune in on Mondays to see my highlights, I joined Weight Watcher meetings. I joined 2 weeks ago on a Tuesday only because I had a doctor's appointment in the area of where the meetings were. So I weighed in on Tuesday, but I attend the meetings on Thursday mornings at 11 o'clock with my sister-in-law, Birdie. And so I weighed myself 2 weeks ago on Tuesday at the meeting, wore the exact same clothes, did the exact same things. It was at the same time, but a different day last Thursday, and I lost 8.8 pounds. Here's a little clip of what I lost. I know. Now, let's get it straight. It was for 9 days, not 7. It was at the same time, but I think that this just proves that your weight fluctuates at different times and different times of the day, because maybe I weighed a little bit more on Tuesday, a little bit less on Tuesday at 11 o'clock than I weighed usually on Thursdays at 11 o'clock. But Thursdays are going to be my actual weigh-in days, but I decided to keep the meeting highlights on Mondays because I've jumped them around so much. I don't want to be confusing to anybody. So my plan is to still go to the meetings on Thursdays, with the exception being the second Thursday of the month, because I'm in a book club at the library. On that particular Thursday, that particular week rather, I'll be going on a Tuesday meeting, and then the following week a Thursday. So one day I'll have a 5-day weigh-in, and then the following week I'll have a 9-day weigh-in. So it'll fluctuate a little bit, but my plan is just to share with you today how I did the past Thursday. But if you really want to know how I've done each week, then tune into my daily vlog on Thursdays, because on Thursdays I'll let you know how I did at the meeting and then just recap it on Monday. Is that confusing? Hopefully not. But anyway, today's highlights are about how saying no can help fuel your journey. Another slice of pizza, the keep watching button on Netflix, a last minute happy hour. Saying no to things that don't align with your goals can be tough. The next time you politely decline or want to, shift your focus to what you actually say yes to. We all know it's kind of hard to say no. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but, no, I really don't want to, it's hard to say, no, I really don't want a piece of your cake, when you really do want a piece of your cake. And you don't really want to say, well, I'm on a diet, because then people get tired of hearing, oh, Sandy, can't invite Sandy, she's on a diet, type of thing. You can politely say no, or there's nice ways of doing it. You can say, well, how about the smallest sliver that you can give me, just so I can taste it? You're not really saying no, but you're not really saying yes to a regular sized piece. And then, maybe take a taste or two, and then kind of move it around your plate. I don't think people that pay that much attention. The first thing you want to do is list all the reasons to say no, and these are your yeses. Be specific. If you turn down more pizza, be specific. That's a big word. If you turn down more pizza, is to stay within your points budget, or is it to avoid the feeling of being overstuffed? No reason is too big or too small. It's hard for me to turn down that third slice of pizza. I'll be honest, 2 slices sometimes is just not enough. And it's, unless you go to Sparrow or something like that at the mall, those are big chunky pizzas. You can eat 1, but really if you look at it, it's really 3. It's really a big slice. And a lot of places when you just get a slice, it's almost 2. So, be specific why you're turning it down. Ask yourself what you will gain by saying yes to these things. Consider the ripple effect. You'll keep your in-budget streak going. You'll have the energy for a walk later on, or instead of being tired and sleepy, and you'll feel proud, and it's a feeling of being in control. We all like to feel like we're in control. We really do. When I overeat, I am getting sluggish. I am getting overtired, and when I go to bed, even though I'm so overtired and I'm so sluggish and I'm so tired, I can't sleep, because all that food is keeping me from getting a really good night's sleep, because it just kind of lays there, and you just don't feel good. You just really don't. And I think that when you say no, which is saying yes, I don't want it, but is you feel so much better about yourself. You just feel more accomplished. At least I do. I feel more accomplished. I feel more like I've really achieved what I wanted to achieve for the day. Would I like to have cake every day? Yeah. Would I like to have pizza at every meal? Probably. There's some meals you just never get tired of. I mean, I just really would never get tired of pizza. I could eat pizza every day. I could eat a donut every day. I could have a piece of cake every day. I can do all of this every day. But I know I can't do this every day if I want to lose weight. And it's not healthy. It's just not healthy. When I do choose to eat healthy foods, it's so much easier for me to say no to the unhealthy foods. I realized now that I've been on this really for 2 full weeks now, I'm just not going off the rails, because I'm remembering how good I feel eating properly, and I'm also remembering how awful I felt when I was eating unhealthy. Now, does that mean I'm never going to have a donut or a slice of pizza in my life? No, that by no means does that mean that. But now I was to the point that when I was going to get to my grocery shopping, I couldn't decide between a jelly donut and an apple cinnamon donut. And I'd be standing there, what do I want? Apple? I'd buy both. I would buy both. And then I would eat both. Not at the same time, but eventually I would eat both of them. Did I really need both donuts? No, I really didn't even need the one donut. But now when I go grocery shopping, I have no problem passing it up. And there was a point in my journey that was happening, that I could walk by, I could just be satisfied with the smell of the bakery department. I could just be satisfied with it. Just, it touched all my senses and it was fine. And then I kind of fell into the trap of letting my taste buds take over too. And but I really do feel a sense of accomplishment when I can walk right by there, look at the donuts, envy the donuts, and then keep on walking. I feel really proud of myself. Connect your gains to what's important to you or to your why. The connection may be obvious, but if not, create a link. If you skip an after-work event, use the time to do what is clearly important, like walking with a friend. I think what they're trying to say is just to substitute a bad behavior with a good behavior. And it's easier said than done in a lot of cases, it really is. But it can be done. It really can be done. And if we put a little bit of effort into it, and like I said, nothing beats the sense of accomplishment, of pride, is feeling accomplished at something. It's something that you've overcome that was difficult. It could be anything as small as being able to walk around the block. There was a point in my life that I could hardly make it to the corner or back to my house, and my corner is only 3 doors away. And it was like everything I could take just to walk those 3 doors. And then eventually I got a little bit farther and a little bit farther until I was walking a mile. And it's like, was there a time I couldn't walk a mile? And so I feel really accomplished at that. And so you just have to put the right things in perspective. Let's dive a little deeper. The fact is, it's never easy to say no to something. Unfortunately, we often make it even less fun by also dwelling on what we've been losing or missing out on. The high point of my grocery shopping was getting that donut. I'll be honest, it really was. And it's sad to say, and it's sad to admit, but it's true. I would think, oh my gosh, we get to go grocery shopping today. What donut am I going to buy? I still feel a little lost without it. I'm going to be honest. I really do want to have a donut every time I go grocery shopping. It's kind of like my reward or something. But like they say, I'm not a dog. I don't need to be rewarded with food. Sometimes that can leave us feeling defeated or restricted. The fear of missing out, which is FOMO. But the fear of missing out, it really is real. That's true of all aspects of life. Sometimes we stay at a party a little bit longer than we really wanted to because we're afraid that something's going to happen that we might miss out on. Sometimes we're listening to gossip and we just don't want to leave because maybe the gossips might turn to me if I do leave. You just don't want to miss out on anything in life, and that's just a human response. Everybody wants to be included. Everybody wants to be liked. That's just part of nature, and you just have to sometimes get over the fear of missing out, because if you're overeating, you're going to be missing out a lot because you're going to be ill. You're going to be sick. You're not going to want to go anywhere because you're sick. You're going to have to be chained to the bathroom because you're going to have some stomach issues because you overate or you ate the wrong foods. And then you really are going to be missing out. I can't go to the party tonight because there's no bathroom nearby. No, you don't want to be doing that. But just so is JOMO, the joy of missing out. Learn lean into it by shifting your focus from the things you won't be experiencing, like another piece of pizza or another episode of your favorite show or an evening with somebody that you love, to everything you will be getting. Like, you've saved points so that you can eat a little bit better later on. You'll be sleeping so much better. You'll have so much more energy to move on. And you'll be healthier. You're making smarter choices. You'll have better goals. You'll be able to reach your goals. All of those things, you got to think about it. The shift isn't meant to be sugarcoating, no. It's all about recognizing all you get in return and how you are developing new habits and making better for you choices. Help yourself move past unhelpful thoughts to those helpful ones, and it can make room for even more yes moments. Like I said, the longer I stick to my plan, stick to my healthy eating, and make my healthier choices, I do tend to make the smarter choices. When I've already had, I keep going to the donuts because I love donuts, but if I've already had one donut, what's it going to hurt if I have a couple cookies? I've already had the donut. What does it matter if I have an extra portion of nuts? They're healthy. You know, I can eat the pretzels right out of the bag. They're only 3 points for an ounce, you know, or 29 grams. They're just, it's easy to convince yourself that things are acceptable. So when you're doing well, you can say, you know what, I was really satisfied with that one donut. I think, you know, now I'm still a little bit hungry. I think I'm going to have an apple, you know, something like that, and then be proud of it. Now, some people will say, well, an apple compared to a donut. It's the point I'm trying to make is, like, you don't feel like you have to keep eating unhealthy foods just because you chose the one unhealthy choice. 3 fast facts. You often need to adjust your priorities when working towards a new goal. And number 2, when you say no, the natural tendency is to focus on what you're giving up or missing out on. And number 3 is focusing instead on what you gain by saying no, and you can feel more inspired and committed. Once again, their fast facts are always right on point. So, like I said, I lost 8.8 over a 9-day period. I have my Weight Watcher outfit, as I call it. It's a pair of sweatpants, like a long sleeve light shirt like this. And then we, at our meetings, can weigh in our stocking feet or footies or anything like that. You can't weigh in your bare feet. The first time I weighed, I did not weigh with my shoes on. I weighed with my stocking feet. I wore the exact same clothes on Tuesday that I wore again on Thursday, the following Thursday when I went. I don't eat my meals till like 1 o'clock. I never start eating till about 1. So you can't even say that. So the only thing I can attest to the reason I had such a huge loss is the fact that it was 9 days and it was at a different day and a different time. And that I really did follow my plan. I'm hoping this week to lose a pound or less. I don't want to have the negative Nelly attitude like I usually have in the past. Was when you had a huge loss last week, the scale had to have been wrong. I even weighed on the exact same scale with the same person. So, I can't use the excuse that, you know, well, I had a big loss last week, so this week I'll probably have a gain because the scale had to have been wrong. The only way the scale would have been wrong is if I go crazy this week, and I've really been sticking to my plan this week. I really have. Have I swayed off a little bit? A little bit, but not like I have in the past, and not anywhere near like I have in the past. And then when I want to reach for something, I think, you know, you lost 8.8. That's a good start. That is a really good start. That's way more than you've done in a long, long time. The most I've ever lost in the last 3 years was, in 1 week, was 3 pounds, which is a good loss. I mean, they tell you to lose like between 1 and 2 pounds. So that, I'm not complaining. That was a good loss. So this just showed me how much crap I had in my system, because figuratively and literally, because I just really started eating all my vegetables again, watching my portion sizes, and getting a lot more protein in. I think that one of the key things I would have to point to is I increased my protein so much that week, or the 9 days. I was really concentrating on the protein. And I think that that's the key for me at my age, is get the protein and the fiber. And you know, I have carbs. I still have carbs. Your body needs a balance of everything. So you shouldn't eliminate any kind of a food. You just have to. I have to tell myself, limit the portion size of the stuff. Now, I love like a good bagel for breakfast, a half of a bagel. Well, that's a lot of carbs. That's heavy on the carbs. So I was having one almost every day. I can't do that. I can have it once in a while. So Like oatmeal. I like oatmeal, but it's very high carb. But that doesn't mean I can't ever eat oatmeal, but it doesn't mean I can eat it every single day. So you just have to make smarter choices. So anyway, how did you guys do? And what are things that are hard for you to say no to? I would say the things that are hard for me to say no to is pizza, donuts, and Suzy Q's. Those three. Those are very hard. Oh, I should say, well, if I was going to say four, it'd be pop. Pop is very hard for me. It really is. So I don't drink pop when I'm home. Unfortunately, sometimes when I go out to eat, I still drink it. I just love a soda pop at the, like a fountain pop. I love a fountain drink. I really do, but I'm not eating out as much either, so that helps too. So let me know what are some things that are hard for you to say no to, and what are 3 things that are easy for you to say yes to that are healthy. I can always say yes to a bowl of berries. I can always say yes to a bowl of berries. I can always say yes to having some eggs for a snack. I also can say yes to portioning out, like a healthy portion of nuts or pretzels or something like that, just to kind of get you popcorn without the butter, just to get you over. So I'm just kind of curious, what are your 3 things? What are your 3 do's? What are your 3 don'ts? And how did you do on your weight? That's your test for today. That's your homework, I should say, for today. But in the meantime, I hope I see you here again next week. So like, comment, subscribe, and share. If I don't see you here next week, try to check me out on my daily vlog. I know that we can do this. We just have to learn to say no to fuel our journey. That's all we got to do.